What is up, people? How we doing? Hat's crooked. Fix that. So this is just kind of a quick impromptu live before we join Charles over at Fun with Whiskey. I just wanted to discuss because we did hit 500 subs. Thank you guys. Even if you're watching this in the replay, that's fine. I just wanted to discuss some giveaways for next week's stream. Since we did hit 500, I want to do some giveaways. It'll be our first ever giveaway, really. So I want to discuss with the regulars some ideas. I thought maybe we could do some samples. Maybe there's some particular bottles that I might be able to get in the next week that you guys are interested in. Maybe we could send out some glassware to folks that don't have it. Or maybe there's some other ideas that you guys have that might be more interesting. So I see we got a few people strolling in. All right. Hey, buddy, how we doing? Templar, thank you, bud. Man, thank you. And I don't think I said it last week, so thank you for joining the Patreon. Appreciate that very much, man. Very much appreciated. So whatever the giveaways are that we decide for next week, and I'll repeat this probably a couple times. I'll probably repeat it as well when I'm with Charles. But whatever the giveaways are that we decide on that everybody would be interested in, if you are a Patreon, you are automatically entered into the giveaway, regardless. Old man Bourbon, hey, how we doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. So I will repeat what I just said probably a couple times throughout the stream, just so everybody gets the info. Hey, Wayne, how we doing, buddy? So we got a few rolling in. Thank you guys for coming out. But, I mean, the main thing is I just want to make sure that the folks that are here week in and week out each week, you guys are getting some stuff in the giveaway next week that you're interested in. Because I could just make up a list of stuff, but maybe that's not necessarily what you guys want most. So my wife is trying to hide behind the camera unsuccessfully, but she tried, though. You got to give it to her. So that's primarily what I wanted to do tonight is just some things that you guys would like to get, whether that be maybe samples of, say, some on whiskeys of the year. I know folks are always after Buffalo Trace stuff. So, you know, I have Weller Special Reserve. I have Weller 107. I have 2 different bottles of Eagle Rare. I have a E.H. Taylor small batch as well as a single barrel. So, or if maybe there's other stuff you guys have seen me drink that would be more interesting samples to send out next week as giveaways. Or as I mentioned, we could also do like a glassware giveaway if that's something you guys would be interested in. So anyway, let me get through some of the chat here. Drinking a little High West Double Rye Virginia ABC pick. Hey, that sounds good, man. Yeah. So now, how would you say that compares to the standard double rye? Is it different at all, or is it just kind of the same old MGP stuff? You know you're getting old when you're sitting home on a Saturday night drinking bourbon and watching YouTube. Yeah, I guess, man. You know, I guess I'm old too then, because that's how I spend a lot of my evenings. So I guess I'm super old, because not just exclusively Saturday nights. Hey, you know, it beats going to a bar and paying like, you know, $10, $15 a pour for whiskey. I can buy a whole bottle for, you know, 30, 40, 50 bucks, and it lasts me, you know, a few weeks, months, whatever. And plus, YouTube's usually more entertaining than anything going on at a bar. So again, folks, I know I mentioned it earlier, but I don't know where everybody came in. So anyone that joins the Patreon before the end of next Saturday night's stream will be automatically entered in to the giveaways, whatever that may end up being. So my current idea is I will do the first place winner will get 3 samples unless we decide we want first place to be something else. Second place winner will get 2 samples. and then the third place winner will get one sample or potentially some other prize, glassware. We may make the top prize a bottle if you guys would be more interested in that. Maybe I can find a bottle around here that would be more interesting than samples. The thing is, I do live in Kentucky, for those that don't know, but it's hard for me to find the bottles that you guys are having a hard time finding as well. So it's not simple anywhere. And my dog is just going around opening doors. Hey, what are you doing, buddy? Not supposed to be in there.
Cerberus.
Come here. All right, Cerberus interrupts again. Doing what he does best. Yes, you do. So what is everybody else drinking? Oh man, bourbon got some double rye going on. What about Templar, Wayne Montepettit? What are we drinking tonight, fellas? I'm not drinking anything yet because Charles has some pretty heavy duty some pretty heavy duty rye lineups for us to do right around the 9:30 time frame when we hop over there. So yeah, we're going to be doing a rye blind whiskey war, I believe. It'll probably be different for me and him because we have different ryes, but I have 8 ryes on the floor beside me. So that'll be fun to get through and still be standing. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I got, just so you guys know, I don't know exactly what Charles has. Matrix says he doesn't drink rye. Well, that's a good idea. Good idea. Yeah, it'll mess you up. So I got Charles Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye sample. I got some Sagamore Double Oak. I got some Rendezvous rye from High West. I got the Russell 6-year rye. I got a Wild Turkey 101, which I just threw in there since that was the winner of our budget rye. So I thought that'd just be fun to see how a budget rye does against kind of the big dogs. I got the Seagrass sitting there. I got the New Riff 6-year malted rye, and then lastly, I got the Michter's rye. So we'll see which one comes out on top, but that'll be 9:30 time frame. All right, so Templar says, I like the sample idea. Idaho is very lacking even on normal stuff. Okay, cool. 1783 for you tonight. Hey, that's always a good one, especially a good way to start the night. Nice, easy sipper. But I tell you, that new 1783, there's a lot going on there for a 90 proof budget bourbon. I'm very happy with what Heaven Hill has done with the new bottling. It's good stuff, especially for the price point. I mean, I can get the 750 for like something like $18, $17, $18. Hard to beat that. Drinking Blanton's at the moment. Okay, well, so Wayne, I don't know if you saw my latest review today, the Evan Williams single barrel. I don't know if you've had that, but how would you say that stacks up against Blanton's? So the Blanton's I have downstairs, I would say it's certainly better than my Evan Williams single barrel, but not by like a lot. It's certainly not twice as good. And unfortunately, I paid way more than twice as much. My Blanton's, well, I'll just tell you, I paid $110 for that Blanton's. So, and my Evan Williams single barrel was like $25. So I could have gotten not 5, but certainly 4 bottles of Evan Williams single barrel for the price of my Blanton, which is just a disappointing thought. You have to excuse my dog is being fed in the background, so if there's some background noises, that's what's happening. Greetings. Keep her moving. Yeah, we're trying, man. Thank you, Brian Walsh, for hopping in. Appreciate it. Let's see. Have not had the regular High West Override, but this one is awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I like the double rye. I think it's a really interesting rye. It just has a little bit too much of the licorice note or maybe anise for me. So I don't know if you're getting a whole lot of that in that bottle. But nonetheless, The dog is not appreciating the fact that we're live right now. He has no manners. Anyway, North Carolina being an ABC Blanton's is, oh, well, hey, good for you, man. That's about where Blanton should be. I remember when Blanton's was 45, and I think that's really where it needs to be. Because I don't think with as big as the kind of $50, $60, $70 bourbon market is now, I just don't know if Blanton's really competes that well anymore. Like, it used to be really exceptional for 45, but like now that it's 60, I don't know. Like, I think about, like, you could get a Russell's Reserve single barrel store pick or just a regular bottle, or you can get a Maker's Mark 46 glass strength, buddy. There's so many things in that price point now that it makes it hard for me to see a Blanton's bottle, even an MSRP, and be like, yeah, I'd rather buy that than something else, the many things that are at that price point. But I don't think we're going to see it go down anymore. So anytime soon, I should say. Listening in the wind. Hey, what's up, Charles? Yeah, and again, folks, that's where we're going to be here in just about 45 minutes. So join us over there. We're going to have some fun with way too many rides. Charles, also, sorry, man, it's been a busy day over here, and my phone was dead because I forgot to charge it last night. So it was home charging. So I'm just now turning on my phone. So if you texted me and I didn't respond, that's why. But I just grabbed like all of my ryes. So I have 8 ryes sitting beside me, so we'll figure it out as we go. Dog continues to be rude. Makes for a great old fashioned. I would imagine so. Because there's a lot going on in that rye. So I would imagine it doesn't get lost in an old fashioned. So that's good. Wayne says, I agree. I would not pay more than MSRP for Blanton's. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of where I've been at for a while. The thing is, even here, so even if you find a Blanton's at MSRP, it's still not MSRP right here. So the only place I can find it at regularly at MSRP, and that's only because I kind of know the truck schedule, is called Liquor Barn, which I don't know if you guys have those, but and even still, it's $75 there. That's their store price, which is still kind of marked up. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a $75 bottle. When you do have Blanton's at retail, when it's available, not my favorite for the price, but the next time I find one, I'm adding it to my collection. Yeah, so, I don't know. It's just, like, I want to be clear. I'm not here to hate on Blanton's. I think it's a good bourbon. I don't think it's exceptional, but I think it's a good bourbon. I don't have any issue with it. I mean, I don't think there's enough going on in the bottle for it to really have an issue with it. I guess that's kind of my problem. It's a very kind of middle of the road. It's got nice sweetness, and you typically get either a kind of citrus, like a sweet orange, or like a sweet cherry note. At least that's what I get, and of course it varies bottle to bottle, obviously. And then of course just your typical bourbon notes. You're kind of a light caramel, not really a deep brown sugar, but a little hint of brown sugar, nice vanillas. You don't really get a whole lot of spice or any of that kind of thing, but it's just kind of middle of the road, decent bourbon. But it's the price point. And it's a cool bottle. I mean, let's be fair, it is one of the better looking bottles on the market, but I don't know. Let's see. Bourbon. What are we talking? Okay, this one is finished in McKevin barrels, which it's a desert wine, so it takes that liquor. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I would probably really like that, because in general, I like wine finished bourbons, especially red wine. So I'm not sure what kind of wine that is. Not familiar with Macvin, I guess that's how you say that. But nonetheless, that sounds good. Okay, I already read that. No reason to pay more than MSRP. Blanton's Ancient Age 10 star, same mash bill, and very good. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Yeah, really, honestly, even though it's a lot hotter, I like the Benchmark Foolproof. I think that is a solid bourbon for like $30. Kind of similar flavors, even though it drinks a lot hotter, but that doesn't bother me. Actually, I think I've had some. Of course, the Benchmark Foolproof is more consistent than blends for sure, but I've had some that were more interesting than some Blanton's bottles I've had. So those things are $30 and on the shelf all the time. I do have to say, Ancient Age to me is pretty harsh. Well, the regular, yeah, for sure, and the 10 star, even though Homer T was the master still back in it. Yeah, I like the 10 star. Okay, it's not, I don't know. Okay, so picked it up, Evan Williams bib today on your recommendation, Sean. About to crack it open. Okay, cool, man. Still finishing up some chores and stuff around the house before the live stream. Okay, sounds good, man. So while we got a few more in here, yeah, sure. Benchmark Foolproof. Don't sleep on that thing, guys. I know it's a budget bottle, and if you drink a lot of it, you might get a bad hangover. But in small doses, I think that is a pretty good bourbon for $30, especially if you like the barrel proofs. So again, just reiterate real quick what I was saying earlier. So guys, next week we are doing the 500 sub celebration, and thank you guys, everybody that has subscribed. Really appreciate that. We're halfway there. I'm really excited. So for giveaways, I had a few different ideas, so I'll just repeat them real quick. So samples is certainly one of them. I'm thinking 3 samples for first place, 2 samples for second, and 1 sample for third place. But I was also thinking about maybe a glassware giveaway, if that's something you guys would be interested in. Or maybe there's a particular bottle that the group could agree on that maybe they would be interested in that might be hard to find around your way that maybe I can get. So if you have any ideas for that, because I want to get you guys something that's going to be interesting to you. And the way that will work is anybody that makes a $5 donation through Cash App or PayPal, and if there's other ways that are more convenient for you guys to do that, because we're not monetized yet, so we can't do super chats. But like for instance, if Venmo or something else like that works better, then we can try and get that set up before next week. So anybody that donates $5 is entered. And then if you're a Patreon, then you're automatically entered. So if you enter before next Saturday on the Patreon, which obviously we appreciate for sure, then you're automatically entered into the giveaway. So that means the 3 patrons are automatically entered. But you can just do one-time $5 donations, and you'll be entered that way as well. And I know I'm repeating that, but I just want to make sure everybody gets the info for next week. That way you guys kind of know what's going on. And also, if you guys have any suggestions for giveaways, any other ideas that you guys think might be interesting, maybe I can get that worked out before next Saturday. Because, I mean, the whole thing is I want it to be kind of a thank you to you guys. So I want it to be stuff you want. All right. Eagle Rare, in my opinion, beats out blends. I would, I don't know if I've ever done those blind, which may be video idea. But I can't say I disagree. Especially, I have 2 Eagle Rares. One's kind of like a black cherry, and the other one's more of a grape note, the dominant fruit note. And I would say the black cherry one could probably beat my Blanton's bottle. And I like Benchmark as well. Maybe it's just my palate. No, I just think I think Blanton's. Well, I mean, it depends on the bottle. We always have to, put that in quotations or whatever. But depends on the bottle blends. But there are some Blanton's bottles out there that are just, and maybe about 50% of them, they're just kind of meh. I've heard the Benchmark barrel strength is excellent for 29. It is. I'm kicking myself for not getting one when I was in Kentucky in December. I think they are available in other states. I know Indiana has them for sure. I don't know where else, but yeah, I mean, if you ever see them around your way, it's worth a pickup. I think that is, for a budget barrel proof, it's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. It's a great bourbon to make vanilla. Okay. Yeah, I've never made vanilla, but I guess. Okay, so Wayne says he would vote no on glassware. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah, I guess that's probably true of most of us. I've never seen a single one of the special benchmark labels down here in Texas. Not a single. Okay, well that sucks. Yeah, I really like that bottle. Of course, what's funny is for a long time only Indiana had that bottle, which is even stranger since it's made here in Kentucky. But for a long time, only Indiana had it, and now it's starting to show up here in Kentucky. Okay, so Templar says the same. Hey, Whiskey Knows, what's up, brother? Hey, Marty. Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. And guys, if you guys have not checked out Marty over at Whiskey Knows, please do so. The guy's doing great reviews, and his lives are fun. Just a good dude. Check him out. Good stuff over there. Hopefully, in the near future, we can get together and do some stuff. But in the meantime, please check out Marty over at Whiskey Knows. And thank you, brother, for coming in tonight. Let's see here. Yep, there's a bunch of benchmark here in Indiana. Okay, so that's what I figured. Yeah, Indiana, for some reason, that's the place where Buffalo Trace decided that all of the benchmark special labels got to go first. I don't know if there was just like a marketing thing. Who knows with Buffalo Trace? They're all over the place with the way they do things. Yeah, North Carolina only has the regular benchmark. We don't have the bottle and bond, barrel strength, single barrel. Yeah, I mean, personally, I think the barrel strength is my favorite. The bottle and bond is decent. Single barrel is, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know why you'd waste your time with a single barrel of a budget bottle, but I guess if you want to like collect them all, like they're Pokemon or whatever, then go for it. And then small batches, it's fine. It's like, it's just to me, the small batch is just like a relabel of the regular benchmark, but whatever. So again, guys, if you have ideas for the giveaway on next week's live, please let me know. If there's bottles, samples, whatever the case. So I'm going to repeat just the sample idea again, since maybe you guys are universally against glassware, which I guess we probably all do have plenty of. So I was thinking either or, both, whatever. We can do samples of some of my whiskeys of the year, or we can do samples of some of my Buffalo Trace stuff, because I know a lot of people, it's harder for them to get that kind of stuff. And again, that lineup is I have 2 different bottles of Eagle Rare, kind of a more grape note, and one of a more dark cherry kind of note. I have an E.H. Taylor small batch, E.H. Taylor single barrel. I also have Weller Special Reserve and 107. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Anyway, so there's those, and then there's all of my Whiskey of the Year lineup, if those are more interesting to you. Or, again, maybe there's something else that I have reviewed or that you've seen on my shelves or whatever the case that you guys think would be more interesting. And also, if you just want to punish yourself as one of your samples, I'm always willing to give away my Woodenville. You guys can have all the samples of the Woodenville you want. I'll send you double samples of that. You can have all of it if you want, and then you can try and see how awful it is, and then we can talk about that more. FYI, Macvin Dujan, there's no way I'm saying that right. It sounds like Spanishy words, and I'm probably not rolling my R's right and stuff, is a Vinda liqueur produced by adding grape spirit to freshly harvested or only partially fermented grape. Okay, this results in a sweet, grapey liqueur. Well, fancy.
Macvin Duhura.
There you go. My wife said it. I'm sure that's correct.
It is correct.
I got not close at all.
It is correct. Duhura.
Yes, that's the one.
I'm telling you how to say
I'm
it.
not even going to attempt. Okay. Not here in Virginia. Gotcha. And also, yeah, so if that's another one, I guess, that could potentially be a sample for next week, is the benchmark foolproof, if people are interested in that. So, yeah, those are some things that we could do for sure. I agree on the hangover effect of ancient age benchmark, though. Yep. Learned early in my bourbon journey that they make decent old fashions, but you pay in the morning. Well, you know, like I feel like you only pay if if you drink too much, which is kind of true of anything. It's just that I feel like the hangover is worse if you're drinking cheaper whiskey. I don't know, maybe that's mental, but you learn as you go. Don't need Woodinville here. It's one of the few we norm. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there you go. And I don't know. I'm kind of in between as to whether I just got a bad bottle or if that's how they always are. But I know that I certainly get a chemical, turpentine, acetone, wood stain note in my bottle. So it's all of those things. It's all of the chemicals. All of the chemicals I just said. So got stuff on me. So what are we drinking? We kind of went through this a little bit earlier. I know Old Man Bourbon is drinking some High West Double Rye. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Wood said he's about to crack some Ed Williams Bib. Yeah, okay. I can see that. That's certainly a cheaper bottle for sure. And Templar, you'll be happy to know that I kind of jumped ahead budget-wise, but we're just doing it because the current camera I'm using, it's not a camera, it's a phone. The device I'm using to record is just, it's not, I mean, you guys see it. It's just not putting out the kind of videos that I want to really continue to put out. It seems like the focus on the camera just keeps getting worse and worse. So I went out and bought a camera. It's on the way, and you guys should start seeing videos from the new camera in about a week and a half-ish, something like that. So we got 2 or 3 videos recorded already on the phone that I need to edit and get put up. And that will be it. If everything works out, that will be it for the crappy video quality, hopefully. And
hey.
My wife's saying hey because that was her phone I was recording off of. Hey, it did the job for a while, and it did okay. It's just that for some reason it's gotten to the point where it just will not keep focused. It just like bounces. The focus just bounces on the video, and it annoys me, so I know it would annoy you guys, and so I'm not going to put that out. So, yeah. So hopefully here soon I can improve the video quality for you guys, and I'll be happy with it, and hopefully you guys are too. Well, I'm sure you will be. Why would you want worse video quality? Yes, exactly. Yeah, me and David strongly agree. Me and him have discussed this a few different times, that Woodinville sucks. Woodinville just sucks. I'm sorry if you're a fan, but it's just crap. And David kind of, although there's other people that agree, but I mean, David just kind of reinforced my ideas. Because when I described to him, we were chatting, the notes that I've gotten, he was like, yep, that's what it tastes like. Tastes like chemicals, like somehow chemicals got in the barrel or something. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can definitely do the Whiskeys of the Year giveaway. Funny, I was lightly researching cameras this week. Yeah, so now I'm not balling by any means. We have a small budget around here, but I think I still got a decent camera. So I got the Canon M50. It is an older camera, but it does produce pretty good quality video, and so I hope that you guys are happy with the results. I've gotten pretty good at making crappy video quality look decent. So I think having an actual camera and just starting with better quality to begin with will end in a product that looks pretty good. I'm hopeful. So, because if you guys saw what the original videos look like before I do any editing, it's appalling. It is harsh on the eyes before I mess around with all the video controls. Picked up Evan Williams bib and a Buffalo Trace tonight. We'll see how much of them I drink before I switch to something else. Never had the bib and haven't had. Okay, so curious I need to start calling you. I asked last week, Larry. So curious, Larry, what are you paying for Buffalo Trace? Because I just looked through the stores here recently in the Southern Kentucky area, and the price range is from $27 to $37 for a 750. I did not know that Buffalo Trace was commanding that price point already here. Not worth it, in my opinion. Not the 37. I'd probably pay the 27, but not paying 37 for Buffalo Trace. Not happening. Yes, on the okay. So that is okay. Yeah, so maybe we'll throw that in the mix for samples. And basically, the way I'm going to do it, guys, is I will set out what the samples are going to be that will be available. And because I don't want to like give out a whole bunch of one bottle necessarily, because there's some bottles that I can't get again. So basically, the first place is going to get to pick from the samples that are available, and then second place will get next choices, and third place gets last. Sorry, but that's how we'll do it. Now, if it is something I have plenty of, once we've decided on what some of the things are, then maybe second and third place can choose some other things that I get a ton of, whatever that may be. Oh, thank you, Woods. Yeah, appreciate it. And again, thank you guys. Thank you, all of you that have subbed and think that my nonsense is worth watching, and continue to come out every week and listen to me chat and hang out with me and drink and listen to my nonsense. Really, truly, thank you guys. Really mean it. A year ago, not quite a year ago, when I started this thing, I wasn't sure how it would go because there were so many huge whiskey channels. So wasn't sure it would go anywhere. So I really do appreciate you guys to come out, hang out with me, and support the channel. You guys are awesome. Really, really appreciate it. So that's why I kind of took this time tonight, because I want to make sure that next week we do it right. Since this is my first giveaway, I want it to be something that you guys really want to get, instead of me just choosing some stuff that maybe you have no interest in. I skipped a comment here. Will, 4-year-old rye is very good, and thank you to your wife. Hang out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she is my translator, my secretary. She does all the things that I'm terrible at.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think they heard you, but yeah, wife says you're welcome. There we go. Yeah. And that is, I tell you, if there is a best budget buy, that's got to be really high in the ranks. Hey, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. So I just put that link up today, so I'm glad to hear it's working. So thank you, Brian Walsh. Appreciate that very much, man. I'm glad to know that's working. That's important for next week. As I said, I'm not good with the technical stuff. I'm good at drinking whiskey, talking crap and nonsense, and hanging out with you guys. Decent at recording things. But when it gets into the technical computer crap, that's not my area. So I'm always, it always takes me a minute to kind of get things right. So I'm glad to hear the PayPal link is working. And thank you again, Brian. Got my daughter in Cocoa Beach looking for Buffalo Trace store picks. The dude that hosts Drinkity Drinks, another good channel, said they dropped in the state of Florida a few weeks ago. Yeah, so we actually got some store picks here in Kentucky at one of my stores, and saw a bottle, grabbed it, thought, hey, this is cool. First time seeing a Buffalo Trace store pick. Went up to the register and I was like, hey, man, how much is this bottle of Buffalo Trace that, by the way, is normally $25? And he was like, "Oh, it's $50." It's like, yeah, don't need it that bad, unless it's the most amazing store pick ever. If it was like barrel proof, that'd be different. But it's just regular. I don't know. I don't think there's any Buffalo Trace barrel out there that could be amazing enough for me to pay $50 for it. Okay, so $24.99 for BT and $19.99 for everyone's bib. Yeah, that's what Buffalo Trace should be, $25. And yeah, the Evans bibs, that's a little high unless you got the 1.75. But I mean, you did good on the Buffalo Trace. The cheapest we get Buffalo Trace around here in Kentucky is now 27. So props to your wife. You think, yeah, my wife speaks multiple languages. I barely speak English. So I'll send you some samples as well. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I probably need to, well, I guess I have the community tab now. I got to figure out where that is, but I need to find better ways to communicate with you guys. Of course, I got the email. I have the email dealy. And let me see here. So that is, I'll type it out in chat here. Some of bourbon at gmail.com. Of course, I mean, you guys can find that on Whiskey Wars YouTube page as well. If you guys want to chat with me on email, feel free to do that, and then we can communicate, switch samples and stuff, and do all those things. If you guys ever want to do chat, and of course, Patreons, of course, you guys can chat with me directly that way as well. State price for BT in North Carolina is $29.95. The cheapest I've ever found in my travels is $28.99 in Nashville. Yeah, I guess it's just kind of going up everywhere, which is disappointing because I don't even know if it's the best bottle at $25. It's certainly not the best bottle at $30. All right, so Will 4-year is one of my favorites. Wood says, some batches can be a lot better than others, though. That's one I've been meaning to pick up and just haven't yet. I keep seeing it. So I did grab this guy. Where are you at? I did grab this one this week, the Russell's 6-year. I'm liking it all right. I think the proof point is kind of low for me. It's 90, and it's all right. I'm hoping it opens up and gets more interesting. Another kick myself moment. I was in New York at Christmas, and I passed on a Sazerac Rye store pick for 30. Oh man! So yeah, you should, Wayne. You should kick yourself because I just saw regular Sazerac Rye at my local store for 50. So a store pick, I would have certainly spent 36 on. I'd be happy to get a regular one for 36. Yeah, I saw it at 2 stores tonight. One store wanted 50, the other wanted 60. So I passed on both. Any thought on Calumet Farm 12-year? Never had the 12. I've had the 14, and I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was $130 good. So I don't know what the price point is on the 12, but it seems like all the Calumet, they run a little high to me, like quality versus price. Like I said, I thought the 14 was good. I don't know if it commands $130. It doesn't drink like $130 bourbon to me. That's kind of where I'm at. Curious how the Calumet is. Well, yeah, that's one on my list as well. There's so many distilleries. I mean, now that we're here in Kentucky, if you guys don't know, me and my wife just moved up here like 2 years ago, and that's when COVID hit, and everything shut down. And so the distilleries have been open, I don't know, 6 months or so, and we just been busy. But I need to start getting around to the distilleries and doing stuff. $100 on the 12? Yeah, I don't know, but if that's what you mean, Brian, then I'm saying pass. Russell's 10-year is better than the 6. Well, yeah, I mean, so we're going rye versus bourbon there, but yeah, so far not impressed with the 6-year rye. I'm hoping it opens up and gets more interesting, but right now it's just kind of meh. Not bad, just kind of boring. Baby Saz is around 30 all day long around here. That disappoints me. I saw a liter for 38 last month. So, question, guys, because I've never even had Baby Saz, and I've only ever seen it at retarded prices. So, is it even worth my time? Like, okay, so I'll throw that in the discussion. What would you guys pay for Saz, like the Baby Saz? Is it worth the 30? Do you think it's worth? Do you think it commands more than $30? Is it worth the markup? What do you guys think? Those that have had it, because unless it's just a phenomenal rye, I could really care less. Regular price on Baby Saz is 30. So that's two people. Now I feel like just South Kentucky. Hey, Steven or Alec, whichever one of you guys is with us tonight. I assume it's Steven. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming out. How we doing? And guys, if you have not checked out Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans, check out Steven and Alec doing great stuff. I watched, man, 5 or 6 of your guys' videos this week. Good stuff, guys. What was the comparison you guys did that I was commenting on? It helped if I had some kind of a memory. I don't. Anyway, good stuff over there at Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. Good guys doing great stuff. And we are going to be doing some live stuff together here soon. We haven't really hashed it out yet, mainly because I just haven't really taken the time to email Steven enough, if I'm being honest. It has nothing to do with him. He's already reached out and sent emails and stuff, and I just haven't got back to him because I'm a jerk. Anyway, I would not pay more than MSRP on Saz Rye. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Like in my heart, I just felt like it did not deserve more money than $30. So, not doing it. Not going to do it. All my stupid stores charging secondary, they can keep it. Keep their little museum going. And you're right, it's not pretty damn good for $20. I would agree, man. I mean, it's it's a $17 to $20 bourbon, so you can't expect a whole lot. But I mean, for that price point, that's a pretty good bourbon. Pretty good. No way. Yeah, exactly. Like whenever I find it for 30, I'll buy one. But until then, I'm just not going to own one. And I'm fine with that. I'm not in a rush at all. Yes. I mean, I probably say this a couple times every week, but Evan Williams Bottle and Bond is like just a killer budget bottle. I bet it would destroy a lot of bottles in the 30 to 40 price point. Maybe not the top of the line stuff, but I mean, there's some stuff I own downstairs that's in the $30 to $40 price point that Evan Williams Bib would just murder, just ruthlessly curb stomp these crap bourbons that are coming out that are 30, 40 bucks. That just not a lot going on. Okay, hey Jack, what's up, man? Hope to join the bed watching a movie with the wife. No problem. Yeah, so this is just kind of an impromptu live, really just kind of chatting with you guys about the giveaways for next week and just kind of hanging out. But in like 15 minutes, gonna jump over with Fun with Whiskey, and we're gonna drink a lot of rye. That's what we're gonna do. Like way more rye than we should drink in one evening, but we're gonna do it just for you guys. Okay, so that's what I kind of felt like. Like I figured like Rittenhouse or Wild Turkey 101, this guy right here, where is it? This bottle, this is like, I love this bottle. It's cheap and it's everywhere, but this bottle just kicks butt. That is a great little rye. We're going to see how it does tonight against some of the big boys. I'm curious to see if he can beat any of these higher priced ones. I kind of feel like it might beat the Russell 6-year because that Russell 6-year just not impressing me at all. And it was like 45, I think. So like twice the price of my 101. And I feel like the 101's going to win. That's right. That's right. Tell the wife the movie can wait. We got whiskey to drink. Tough to find Ed Williams Bib in Virginia. Well, that sucks. That sucks for sure. Takes a little time to open up. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I mean, so I just got it last week. Had like 2 pours out of it. So it hasn't had a whole lot of time to get some air in it, but yeah, it's just super mellow. It's really chill, and I like rye. Like it when I'm in the mood for a rye, I want something that's got some punch. Has some bold flavors going on, and this just not really doing that at all. Let's see. So anything else? So guys, I think we're going to wrap up here in just a little bit because I want to make sure we get over to Fun with Whiskey. I don't want to hold up his stream at all. But again, if you guys have any ideas for giveaways next week, even if it's like a bottle that maybe I can potentially get that you guys can't get, things I've reviewed, that you guys thought sounds interesting that you want, or we can just do the whiskeys of the year. Just let me know. Throw it in the comments real quick what you guys would like to see. Everybody just kind of throw one thing that you guys are interested in, and we'll make it happen. Because like I said, I want to get you guys stuff that you want. Also, Larry, so here's the holdup. I saw the message and all that, and I'm going to get your samples out to you. I'm waiting on 2-ounce sample bottles. I didn't realize I had none. I thought I did, but I guess you used them up. So they're coming in the mail. I have not forgotten about you though. So don't worry. I'm going to get you your samples. We'll get it done. And thank you again, all my patrons, all the guys that support me. Thank you guys. I mean, that's what I really want next week to be about, is just thanking you guys. I mean, I really do appreciate it. You guys coming out every week and hanging out with me, sharing your stories, what you guys are finding, what you're drinking, sharing the nonsense that is this whiskey world. And I mean, I really do appreciate you guys, especially those that really take the monetary value and throw some my way. Thank you, patrons, and thank you, Brian, tonight for throwing a donation my way. Really appreciate it. You guys think that this is worth any money. So thank you guys. We will see you next Saturday for the 500 Sublebration, and we're going to get you guys some samples set out the winner. So thanks again, guys. Head over to Fun with Whiskey. We're going to have some fun over there. We're going to drink a lot of rye and keep this discussion going. So hopefully we see all of you over there, and we'll see you in a few. All right. Next week, Sublebration. Be there.